You know your dog is awesome, but do you know they see the world in a way you can't? A study in 2022 by the Cornell University found that dogs rely on their senses of smell, hearing, and sight to explore the world around them. Their senses are so good that they far surpass our human abilities. In this video, we'll explore the insane things your dog can see, smell, and hear that we're completely blind to. Before we start, why not subscribe and join our canine loving community for more fun facts about dogs? While you're here, remember to ring the notification bell for updates whenever we post new videos. Number 1. Seeing in black light. It's a common misconception that dogs, being colorblind, only see in black and white. But their eyes actually work similar to red-green color blindness in humans. So while most of us can see the full range of visible light, from red to violet, dogs only see yellow and blues. However, a study in the Proceedings of the Royal Society Bee Journal found that dogs, along with several other animal species, can also see in UV. So all that stuff you can only see with a black light, your dog sees with their naked eye. Impressive, right? This is because of the structure of their eyes. Their blue-yellow color vision stems from the two types of cone cells in their retinas. Cones are a type of photoreceptor cell and determine what colors you can see in based on the wavelengths of light they're sensitive to. Most of us have three types of cones that allow us to see the full range of visible light. Dogs and red-green colorblind humans only have two types of cones, which is why they can only see certain colors. Their ability to see UV light comes from their UV transparent lenses. While our eyes block UV so we don't see it at all, your dog's eyes detect it and read the information like it's regular light. This ability to see in UV helps dogs when they're hunting for prey. It allows them to follow urine trails from rodents and keep track of other predators around them too. Number 2. It's not that dark. Along with cones, dogs also have more rod cells in their eyes, much larger corneas, and bigger lenses than we do. All of these things help them take in far more light than our eyes can. You might walk into that coffee table every time the lights are off in the house, but your dog can still see it. As long as there's some low level of light around, that is. They can't see in total darkness any better than you can. Dogs also have a reflective layer at the back of their eye called the tapetum lucidum. If, for some reason, light manages to enter their eye without being absorbed by all the photoreceptor cells, this reflective layer sends it back through the eye. This gives the light a second chance to be detected. And it also gives your dog those spooky glowing eyes whenever you shine a flashlight on them at night. Unfortunately, their low light vision does come at the expense of how detailed their vision is, especially when it comes to things that are far away. A study in 2017 found that in well-lit areas, your dog might be able to see further than you can, but in the dark, they're much more short-sighted. Number 3. Wired for the hunt. Your fluffy goofball might not look like much of a hunter, but they're still hardwired for tracking and catching prey. All of their senses work in combination to make them excellent predators. In particular, their sight, hearing, and smell are all important skills. Along with their ability to see UV light, a dog's eyes are sensitive to moving objects. This is similar to our eyes too. However, this is another sense that dogs best us in, simply because they have more rods in their eyes than we do. Their sensitivity to light allows them to detect a light flickering at 75 times per second, while we can only see lights flickering at a rate of 60 times per second. The tiniest movement can catch their eye, even if you don't see it yourself. But your dog also relies on their hearing to detect movement. They can hear frequencies as high as 65,000 Hz, which is about 45,000 Hz higher than what most human adults can hear. This gives them an edge when it comes to hearing high-pitched noises from dog whistles or prey animals. They're also very good at hearing softer noises than we can. Their intent stare at the ceiling might be a sign for you to check the attic for a mouse nest. Number 4. The sound of the underground. A lot of animals are considered to have a sixth sense when it comes to natural disasters, and dogs are no exception. They've been known to react to earthquakes before they happen. Records can be traced back to ancient Greece, when dogs were known to howl before an earthquake struck the city in Hellas. Dogs even play a huge part in early warnings for earthquakes in Japan and China. A study by Stanley Coren, an author of several dog intelligence and behavior books, explored this theory. Rather than a sixth sense or otherwise a supernatural sense for disaster, dogs might just use their hearing. The study found that dogs don't just hear higher-pitched noises than we do. They also hear things from further away, although floppy-eared dogs had a more difficult time of this. Dogs may hear the way rocks shift underground before an earthquake hits. They'll howl, pace, or stay close to their favorite person because the sound unnerves them. You might correctly assume that your dog heard something you didn't, but would you suspect an earthquake? Number 5. Reading human facial expressions. You might not realize it, but body language plays a huge part in how we communicate, even more so than speech does. This is good news for dogs because it means they don't need to understand everything you say to know you love them. Rather than relying on what you said, they rely on watching how relaxed you are and listening to your tone of voice. A study by the University of Lincoln explored whether dogs also react to facial expressions. Overall, the researchers found dogs are most sensitive to facial expressions from other dogs. But they did react to human expressions as well. Positive facial expressions, like smiling, earned happy reactions from dogs, while sad or angry expressions earned more submissive behaviors. Another part of the study found that dogs rely on your face to distinguish you from other humans too. Number 6. You seem stressed. Reading your facial expression is one example of how your dog combines their senses so they know how to interact with you. But their nose and ears play a part here. They listen to your tone of voice to determine whether you're crying, calm, or if you're laughing. Some dogs have even been found to pay extra special attention to crying humans. It's as if they know they need some extra love. Your dog uses their hearing to decide whether you're safe to be around too. If you're angry, they'll know to steer clear just by hearing the doors slam or the sound of yelling, which is why it's always a good idea not to yell around your dog. They might get scared and hide somewhere until you calm down. Strong emotions also change your scent. Even if you're quietly sitting by yourself because you're feeling sad, your dog might decide to cuddle with you anyway. You might not be crying, but your facial expression and your behavior change catch your dog's attention. But most of all, they know you smell different and they want to fix it. Number 7. Doctor Who. Most dog lovers have heard of how helpful dogs can be. To no one's surprise, dogs are invaluable in both police work and detecting medical issues in their owners. But while you might have heard of dogs who alert to seizures and changes in blood sugar levels, or guide dogs for the visually impaired, did you know these aren't the only things dogs can sense? Some service dogs also use their hearing to detect medical issues. A dog's ears are so good, they can hear changes in your heart rate and your breathing. Your dog can do this too, but they might not know how to respond when there's a problem. But cardiac service dogs use their sense of smell and their hearing to monitor their owner's heart rate so they can alert them in the case of an emergency. There's even anecdotal evidence of regular pooches waking their owners up when they have heart problems in their sleep. Their loyalty truly knows no bounds. As for other medical conditions, studies have shown that dogs can smell certain cancers, even if they only smell someone's breath. But they can smell regular colds too. If you're sick with the flu, they know because of the chemical changes they detect in your scent. While you're in bed recovering, many dogs will cuddle with you until you feel better. Number 8. Canine weather vane. Have you always wondered why your dog starts acting oddly long before a storm hits? Whether it's a regular old rainstorm, a loud thunderstorm, or something bigger, like a tornado, some dogs just seem to know. This is because they do. Long before human senses know the weather is changing, even those of us sensitive to air pressure changes, dogs can feel the changes in the atmosphere. They can hear the sound of distant storms too. The faint sound of thunder is even more alarming to them than the rumble of a storm directly overhead. As for that tornado, your dog can hear the roaring wind long before you can. You might be tipped off to a coming rainstorm by smelling the ozone in the air, but dogs take this a step further. Not only can they smell the rain, but they also notice how scents linger closer to the ground when the air pressure changes. Static electricity can also build up in their fur. If it's the stormy season and your dog starts acting oddly, it might be a good idea to batten down the hatches. Dogs don't just act oddly when they know the weather is changing. They have all sorts of weird habits that don't make sense. Check out this video to learn what they are.